Welcome back to Licks and Tricks. This is episode 3, part 2 of the rhythm guitar for beginners. In part 1, we looked at straight rhythm. So we were playing things like this. So that's a straight rhythm. In this lesson, we're going to concentrate more on the blues shuffle. So it's going to sound more like this. Okay, I've got a backing track that you'll be able to download as well, and the PDFs of what I'm going to be teaching you. If you're not sure about the blues at the moment, don't worry about it. It will all become clear. It's really easy. We're just going to do a basic 12-bar blues, and we're going to play along to the backing track, which is just something I've made up quickly. It's just bass and drums, just to get you used to playing along with that rhythm. So we're going to go over a 12-bar sequence. So we're going to be using chords. So we're going to be using the G major chord. And if you're not sure how to play that one, it's second finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. First finger, 2nd fret of the 5th string. And then you've got open D, open G. You can have an open B if you like. I'm actually going to place my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B. And then your 4th finger is on the 3rd fret of the E string. G major chord. And then we're going to be using the C major chord, which is 3rd fret, 3rd finger, 3rd fret, excuse me. Then it's your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and you've got an open G. 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string, and open E. And I think I might have forgotten to tell you where to put the 3rd finger. 3rd finger is 3rd fret, 5th string. So you've got 3rd fret, 5th string, 2nd fret, 4th string, open G, 1st finger, 1st fret, 2nd string, and open E. That's your C major chord. And the 3rd chord that we're going to be using is the D major, which is shaped like this, and it's open D, and then your 1st finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 3rd finger is on the 3rd fret of the B string, and your 2nd finger is on the 2nd fret of the high E string. D major. So we've got G major, C major, and D major. And they're the only 3 chords that we're going to be using when we're playing this blues shuffle. Okay? So if you remember, in the first part we started off with just downstrokes, and then we progressed using up and down picking, which went like this. So that's the rhythm that we're going to be using for this lesson. It's slightly different because it's a shuffle feel. So instead of just going up and down, which is a straight rhythm, we're going to be playing it this way. So just do that with me. Just keep your hand moving. It. Okay, so there's the first note is slightly longer. It's the only sort of way I can explain it. Dun, 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 instead of this. Okay, it'll become a little bit easier when we play along with the backing track. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 4 bars of the G major chord. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to have 2 bars of C major. And it's going to be 2 bars of G major. And going to have 1 bar of D major, 1 bar of the C major, and then we're going to have 1 bar of G major, ending with the 12 bar loop with the 1 bar of D major. And then we repeat the whole thing again. So that's 4 on the G, 2 on the C, so that makes our 6 bars, 2 on the G, that's 8, 1 on the D, that's 9 bars, 1 on the C, that's 10 bars, 1 on the G, it's 11 bar, and 1 on the D, which is our 12th bar. And we're just going to play that through a few times and just get the feel for that shuffle feel. Okay, so let me just play the backing track and it'll have a little count in and we'll be on our way. Change to C, D, C, G, D, and again. Keep it going. And again. C. We'll stop it there for now. But that's the backing track, and just download the backing track, play along with it. It's in the key of G, so it's just using G, C and D, and just get used to that rhythm. Another thing with blues rhythms is you can use the old rock and roller thing. So you can use that along with the backing track, and that is, if you're not used to this, if you haven't seen or played the blues before, then you're playing the first finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, which is your G note. 3rd finger is going to be on the 5th fret of the 5th string, and they're the 2 strings that you're going to be playing. So you could play it like that along with the backing track, just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That would be fine. To move up to the C, you just go up a string, so you start on the 5th fret, sorry, the 5th string of the 3rd fret with your 1st finger, that's your note C, and 3rd finger is on the 5th fret of the D string, and that's your C. These are like power chords, and you could play that. And to play the D, you just move that whole C shape that you've just played up to the 5th fret, and that's your D. So you got your G chord, your C, and your D. and you could just play it with a bit of palm muting. To palm mute, you use the side of your palm of your right hand, if you're right-handed, and you just lie it gently across the strings, so you get that muted sound. So instead of this, you get this, and that's really effective. That's worth practicing as well. So you could play along with the backing track like that. If you want to take it a step further, then you can add in your pinky, and this is the rock and roll group rhythm, but we're doing this in the blues style. So we would go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you move in your pinky, on and off the 7th fret of the A string. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and when you move up to the C, it's still the same shape as you were playing just now, but you're adding that pinky on the 7th fret of the D string. And then for the exactly the same thing, moved up to the 5th fret for the D. And you can play along with the backing track using that method. In fact, let's try that. Good. You can play these any way you like. You can use it with the power chords without the pinky, or you could add the pinky as well and play around with that. You can just or you can just play the chords. Entirely up to you. So, like I said, the PDF is going to be linked in the description of the video, as well as the backing track, which you can find all the resources on the website friday44.com, and the link to that will be also in the description. So I hope you found this video helpful. It was just a quick video just to add on to the first part of the rhythm guitar for beginners. So if you've got any questions or you need any help with anything, then please feel free to leave a comment. And if you did find value in this video, then please remember to hit the like button, and remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any video uploads. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time in Licks and Tricks.